Greetings everyone, it's me again, Ashraf from Bloodmoon Pictures, and I have something very freaking stupid to tell you. You can hear the game sounds in the background, but I'm not playing. That is because I fucked up. Well, I didn't fuck up, but I recorded the episode. It took me 2 hours, and then I saved everything, and then I wanted to edit it 2 days later. And the voice files were broken. Completely broken. They were unusable, there was no sound, it couldn't load up its own files for some reason. And I'm really angry about it, because I was so close. And then this and everything's bad. So, camera little! Extend? No, whatever. Either way, So instead, I will do something else. I will react to me playing the game while commenting to my own Let's Play, but without any sound of me actually talking. So the intro was just about me being typically me, just talking about stuff. And the first 10 minutes I was explaining what all the new items were I got in the meantime, because I did a lot off screen for leveling. There was wonderful wheat, new level, iron hide metal, the lightning rod, which is freaking powerful and amazing, the corrupted beacon, which is also really freaking awesome. Oh, and I showed off the damage of the lightning rod. That was amazing. Oh yeah, and I showed off that the new DLCs were out and about in my game finally. I had to update the game, which I forgot, and that will be the next thing I do. Maybe I'll play it with a friend, maybe not. We don't know yet. But also all the side levels, like the underholds and stuff like that, I will definitely play with a friend, but if I will record them is entirely different story. That is all decided when it actually happens. And then I went to the Obsidian Halls. Come on past me. Hurry up. No wonder no one's watching you. Oh yeah, and I talked about that they nerfed the levels. So all my leveling in off-camera time wasn't necessary. So I was like, okay, I will go with the recommended power 22 then, instead of the nerfed version, because now I got it all, and wow, it almost was a mistake to do that. The Eye of the Storm. It's time to end the Arch-Illager's reign. I can't even read that. Of terror. We've trapped the little tyrant in the highest tower of the castle, and there's nowhere left to escape or to run. For him to run. I don't know. I can't read what's on it because I can't see the actual gameplay footage. I can only see it like in the editor because I have to see it in the editor. But yeah, this picture extremely intimidated me. Like, really intimidated me. Because a redstone golem, a bunch of guards with shields, and the Arch-Illager up there.
The Arch-Illager fled to the ramparts of High Block Castle, but he can't have gotten far. Make haste and fight your way through to the highest tower. The Arch-Illager and his reign of terror ends tonight.
Oh yeah, well, is what I think I said. Pursue the Arch-Illager, and then I started to play. Actually, took me long enough. Like, yeah, I picked off the enchanters immediately, and then I noticed, ooh, this is a lot of damage they're doing, because I wanted to like collect souls first, but then I noticed, oh, we have hard melee hitters. This might have been a mistake. And then the auto aim of the bow was entirely not working anymore. So I wasted a bunch of arrows. I don't know what happened there. They got damaged, but I didn't. But yeah, I tried to still use the soul collector blade because I wanted to collect souls in the start. And then I re-equipped my normal blade, my glaive, and there's an enchanted pillager, and I got scared a little. But yeah, that's about it. I tried to pick off as many. Yeah, and that was angry that I aimed for the enchanter, but the game was like, oh no, you're aiming for the other guy, and I was like, no, why did you do that? That almost fricked me over. Yeah, I still managed to get rid of those guys and keep going. Then there was a click sound and a boing sound, and I was really confused what that was about. Yep, that was again. And I was confused because I haven't heard that in the game before, and I was unsure. I was really unsure. But then I don't know what I talked about there. Oh yeah, I talked about what's over there, and then there's this weird thing. And then I realized, oh, do I use them to jump over because there's pistons? And I eventually, yeah, then I tried it out. And then I didn't see those guys. And I jumped right into the mass of mobs and was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, dead. And was like, what? And then I just took care of them with a lightning rod because, holy balls, that was unfair. Just 4 enchanted melee guys, and I jumped right inside of them because I couldn't see them. And then there was one of them over there, and I was like, well, I can... That sucks for you, I guess. Because they also have lightning, which is, like, periodically does damage to you when you're close to them. I tried to get him with a bow, but it didn't work. So I was thinking about a way how I could get him, and decided for the blast of the lightning rod, which gave me a level up. I have 1 enchantment level, which isn't really that useful to me in that moment, because it's only 1, and all my enchantments are very high level, so didn't really work. But I wanted to try out the hammer because on paper he did more damage. Like in sense of the game he did more damage, but it does not, like, yes it does for initial hits, but it does not take into account the committed damage. So for small fry, the hammer was better in the long run. And I decided to enchant it, so it is better in the long run. But I don't know, maybe I even changed back. I don't remember anymore. I just remember one specific part about a weapon I won't spoil yet. And yeah, my tactic for those shield guys was hit and run. Just hit and run. I was thinking about using the Shadow Brew, but I was like, yeah, I don't know if it's worth it, but then I did in order to take care of that guy and realized that was a mistake because of all of those guys up there. And I got panicky and was like, uh-oh, that is a bunch of lads. Ouch. And then I used the lightning rod and noticed, oh, it only, like, it doesn't matter the amount of damage you do. The first hit always only gets rid of the shield and does nothing else if you hit. So then I got rid of them and I noticed that they can't get me. And then I saw the enchanted god and was like, no, this is... And then he lost the enchantment and I hit him with the lightning and it was amazing. And then I saw these and was like, okay, that's a little unfair. I can't even get to them. So I was thinking of a strategy how to deal with those guys because all of those are enchanted, and enchanted ranged guys are really bad anyway because they don't even have to get you. They don't even have to be close to you in order to get you. So I went up there and tried if they still could get me, and apparently they couldn't. And then I held the boing and I was like, uh-oh. But it was still like in train of thought. I tried to get some sort of close enough to hit them, and I kind of did, but they got pushed back, and then I had to wait again to do it some more. still don't know where I put this camera, so I have no idea which way I'm looking. But yeah, there was this situation. I was like, okay, how I have to deal with this intelligently. So I went up because the guy was in good range and killed him. So I have one enchanter less to worry about. Then we have the swiftness potion, and I thought like, is it worth using it and running up? Or will that be a bad idea? But then he was in lightning range and he chose to do that. Like, I'm trying to more like analyze what I did than to like recreate my thoughts, because yeah, I don't think it seemed to be good. But I was able to do that, get that one, and then I noticed the one in behind and was like, oh damn it, that's not good. And then I picked them off one by one. And there was one more than I thought there was, but I dealt with it pretty well, in my opinion. But it's just my opinion. And, oh yeah, I went for the soul gathering equipment again, in order to get more souls out of that guy. And I thought, down in the soul corner, it's, oh yeah, it was 6, so 6 was pretty much. But there was at one point something where I got, like, only just a little bit. Oh, was it 6? I don't know, I'm gonna enhance and zoom, so maybe I was wrong. But yeah. And kaboom. Damn, I love taking care of the like bunch of enchanted an enchanter with a bunch of other guys. And there was damage over at that side on the far left. I have no idea what did that damage. I was a little bit thinking like I still want to gather souls with the small fry because it's easy picking with that. But I was always like, ooh, I'm scared of what could happen. And then these guys came. And these guys are constantly enchanted, which I was scared of. But the lightning strike took care of them, luckily. So I did that. Oh yeah, and I went for the spready crossbow, which does like 5 shots, because that's makes it easier to deal with a lot of small fry. But yeah, then I re-equipped my normal armor and my hammer. But I was really scared of those guys because they had burning and burning trail. Yeah, and they had like some sort of higher armor because it felt like I did less damage, even though I probably didn't. You just had a ton of health, but the ranged attack kind of reduced their health bar more than my melee attack, even though it was a comparable amount of damage. And as always, I went the opposite direction I had to go in order to collect more, in order to like scavenge everything. But yeah. Also, I love the music. I love the music. It's so intimidating, especially with the clouds zooming by like that. It was really intimidating. There, for a moment, I thought I fricked up with a lightning strike, but luckily I lured them accidentally into the lightning strike. So yeah, it turned out pretty well, but he was just fast and had protection, I think. So I was pretty fine with that one. There we have it. And kaboom. Nice. I got rid of so many of them and the enchanters. I was so proud of myself. But this was all 4 chests, so it was worth it in the end anyway. Don't know where I said but you know. Collect it all and zoom back. I missed arrows. I could slap my past self in the face for missing arrows because I was short on arrows. Not even at that point, but in general. I was in the entire level almost short on arrows. Damn, past me, why are you being so stupid? And then I had this peculiar moment where I wasn't sure which way was the way forward. And I thought I could like go over here because the Illagers could, so why couldn't I? But turns out I couldn't. So I was like, okay, I guess the way is over the jumpy thing. Because it seemed like from a look on the map, it seemed like a bit obvious that I could like do the roundabout thing. And yeah, I tried to get him with the TNT, but the TNT didn't get up there. Because I didn't want to deal with him with melee range, but luckily he was kind of stuck a little bit. And here I could just take care of the small fry with my arrow, my harp crossbow, I think it was. Son. No. I tried to take care of more of them, but yeah, I just yeeted him off the edge. That was amazing. Yeah, some more. I can... Like, most of my arrows don't even hit them because they hit the wall. Kinda sucked, but in the end, he got enchanted and I hit him in the last second. And then I took care of the enchanters again and went down and saw how did that one get over there and was like, okay, whatever. And I, yeah. Oh yeah, I checked out the loot I got. Then I jumped over and, well, continued my way. I played around a little bit with the bouncies because I wasn't entirely sure where which one led. Yeah, I just checked out the dangers in front of me before actually going there, and did that. I was like, all right, shield. So I used that, and then I freaked out because they started jumping over there, and I didn't know that they could do that, and they kept coming, and I was like, oh no, what are you doing? And then, yeah, I was like, no, stay there, and I was able to shoot him away, which was amazing. Then I heard like a clashing over at the back, and I was concerned that there was one behind me I missed. But luckily, that wasn't the case. And again, tried to get rid of them with range before they came to me, but I like got them right as he landed, and the other one I shot right out of the air, which I really liked. Thought it felt good. And I yeeted that one off the edge. So, and took care of you with lightning because I was not in the mood to deal with him. Yeah, I was kind of sad I couldn't take care of all the small fry like that. But I could with a lightning rod. And then I was trying to get the apple there, which was really hard because the hitbox was like off the edge. Then I went here and I saw this and I was like, ah, this looks like an arena. This looks so arena or boss fight arena-y. I was like, yeah, I will definitely have to like fight for my life here. But from the way it was set up, it was either a boss that was following me around, or what was more likely in my mind, it was a bunch of enemies. So I just healed up with a way too weak totem. I still need a better version of that one. And then I equipped myself for a battle against multiple foes. Yeah, I went there and it was like, okay. Nothing happened? Looks still like green, but oh, Okay. It was an arena. Like, that was my mind, like, oh, I can go then. Nope. And they popped on, and I could defeat them one by one so far. But then the one armored one came in, the enchanter, and then everything went a little bit chaotic. Because they kept coming. And kept coming. I defeated all of that side and was like, okay, that worked. Oh, there's someone jumped over? Sure, that's fine. And then I saw that and I was like, oh no, this is bad. I went into a bad situation, but luckily they were all stuck. I didn't even realize that they were stuck at first. And I was just panicking of like, oh god, I'm gonna die again. But I didn't. Okay. Then I went back, I healed myself up. Because I was like, this level seems like it could throw you a corner like that at any moment. And I wasted the potion again, sadly. And I didn't read that I had to power the beacons at first because I was concentrated on, like, defeating the enchanters before anything happened. Back there was nothing, but I thought, well, better check than be sorry for not checking if there was a chest. So, yeah, this place was a little bit tricky, but I could take care of it. And I was like, oh, what is this? What does this do? Oh, I have to activate the beacons, I guess. Well, let me first see where the other beacon is and what it would do. And then I figured out, oh, it's probably like making a bridge here. And there's nowhere else to go, so let me do it eventually. Then I got the swiftness potion, which actually helped out a lot. Activated the beacons. And I was like, oh, am I close to the boss? Because it says pursue the Arch-Illager. Ooh, that would be a short level, but okay, I guess. But apparently it wasn't. It was just another wave of enemies. And another TNT blast. Always having a blast with the TNT. And it was kind of sad that I didn't get that one, so I took care of the guys like this. But yeah, I really like the armored guys. I'm a little bit scared of because they have like a similar range than I have. At least it always seems like that. So I was always a little bit on edge with those. And then there was a single one in the distance, a single enchanter in the distance, and I sniped him. And I sniped every single one of the others as well. And I was like, ah, that was a waste of arrows. Then I continued. I thought for a moment which way is the way I need to go. Oh, it's the other way anyway, so I can go continue this way. Took care of all the mobs again. And it was an end. So I was like, okay then. I was like, huh, how do I get over to that side? Yeah. Then I pursued the villagers in that direction. I'm sorry, but Pumpkin is really a goofus right now. He's not supposed to stand on the PlayStation, but he did. And, yeah, then I got a soul crossbow, and I was like, woo, what does this one do? But I decided to take care of those guys first, and they ran in the fire, which was funny for me, because, well, they're kind of killing themselves by this point. And there was a lot of small fry, which I enjoyed. Looked into the map, because I wanted to look for treasure and secrets. By the way, I haven't found the secret in the witch swamp, even though there was one, apparently. And I was looking and looking and looking. I was farming that level so much because I wanted to have the, the upgraded Healy items. I couldn't find it. So, yeah, I have to maybe look up a guide on that one, because I was actively looking for it. Then I saw, uh-oh, Redstone Golem. I was like, okay, Redstone Golem, what do I do? How do I pursue a Redstone Golem here in this, like, confined area space thing? So I looked for, like, the best weaponry and decided to go for the glaive again. I don't exactly know what my thought process was. I mean, oh, maybe the range and the, oh yeah, the range and the the committed enchantment, because yeah. And then I also like used the lightning rod a bunch on this dude. Armored up and pursued him. Ooh, and I killed him like the moment he smacked me. Like, the explodey areas on the ground is a method I really dislike. Because it's like, it's so obnoxious to deal with. I mean, it's a cool game mechanic, I guess. A boss, like a mini boss mechanic. But it's so obnoxious. And then there was like this arena space, and I was like, oh god, there's a gargoyle. Will you come to life? Are you a new enemy I have to deal with? Apparently not. Apparently this was the arena for the redstone golem, which I didn't defeat in his arena. Oh well, let's continue. Then there was another redstone golem. Another one? Okay, I guess. At least they give loot and would be a good heal thing. If I could heal myself. If I had the right equipment, I mean. Because there was like one piece of equipment, I think. I don't know which one it was. But there was like one piece of equipment that actually healed you more. And then the more the enemy's health is. And then I found a claymore. And I was like, oh, what? And I checked it out. It was the freaking weapon. I was so amazed because look at the enchantments. And I was like, oh my god, it does more damage? And it has so cool enchantments? That was like my face right there. My face when it had committed and fire aspect or leeching. And fire aspect, like, I would have loved if I could have fire aspect and leeching and committed. Like, fire aspect, leeching, and committed would be my favorite combination of 3 enchantments by only 2. So I was like, oh god, this is amazing. It isn't fast. Like, it's kind of slow, not gonna lie. It is really slow. So I was like, I kind of need to test it out, though. Because often in Minecraft dungeons, you have, like, something where on paper it says it's better, but it's actually not. So I was often like, I don't know. And I often just look at my face instead of into the camera. I'm sorry about that. So I ran around with that to test it out, but I disenchanted, like I salvaged a bunch of things already. Well, not a bunch of things, but I salvaged some things already in order to, like, get a feeling for the weapon. And have, like, well, yeah, if this proves to be amazing, I will have a bunch of enchantment points for the weapon to, like, to enchant for this weapon. But yeah, I was, like, thinking about a lot what should pick, but in the end it was actually pretty obvious. Like, rampaging isn't that good, in my opinion, but committed mixed with leeching, leeching or fire aspect, I was like, oh hell yeah. So I was like, okay, use the swiftness potion, run over into the direction you do not need to go, and test it out on some small fry. But the next was a redstone golem again, and I was like, oh come on, another redstone golem? That's not what I wanted to test it out on. That isn't really test fry. I guess it works. So I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do my typical thing, I guess. Then I missed. And then I hit him. 107 damage, I think it was, or 17. Oh, and I missed again. Like, that one was bullshit. That one was utter bullcrap. But I did a ton of damage, and then I wanted to... And I thought, okay, let's try out the sword. And it actually does decent damage, even without any enchantment. And then I was like, okay, come on, over here. And I want to kill you. I missed again because I'm used to more range. And I killed him with a lightning strike. Which gave me another soul crossbow, which was worse than my current one. Anyway. Then I was like, oh, this did less damage than my glaive, but later I realized, oh yeah, because I didn't enchant the committed enchantment yet. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna enchant it with committed, definitely. But I was thinking for a very long time which I should pick between leeching and fire aspect, because both were kind of really cool and useful, and I liked both really much. But in the end, I salvaged my glaive and was like, bye glaive, you have been a great friend. You have been really cool in a lot of times, but I will have it for you now. And I think I leveled up committed first before choosing, actually. I did. Yeah, so before I committed, I became committed. Because I wasn't sure about the second enchantment yet, because I wanted to play around with it a little more. Then we had another redstone golem. I tried to hit him with the TNT, but it landed against the stairs, and I was like, damn, okay, that was a waste. And I tried to, like, attack him with the bow, but it failed. So yeah, I had, like, a great target to try out the committed, but I kind of didn't want to, like, get too close to him first, so... Yeah, damn, that's some damage. I really love that damage, but still, it's a redstone golem. I don't want to be too close. But yeah, it was pretty great. Did a lot of damage, and I was really happy about that. But it had like a small damage, big damage attack pattern. So the max damage would have been later, but who cares? It's still amazing. Oh, but the weaker claymore had sharpness twice, so I could equal out the power difference with one of the sharpness, just one enchantment, and then had another sharpness to go on top of it, and it was pretty awesome, but in the end it wouldn't be worth it, because I would waste one enchantment slot just to equal it out. But I got another Grim Armor, which was better than my previous Grim Armor, obviously. I think even from the enchantments? No, not really. So I was like, yeah, the plus crafted item is pretty cool, but apart from that, wasn't really sure. I don't know why, but the Grim Armor, like, none of the Grim Armors ever had, like, a really good enchantment, in my opinion. At least none of them I got. Oh, another thing I noticed during, like, starting the episode was, like, oh, well, I noticed it before, but I told you guys because I haven't noticed it, like, since, like, I've noticed this between the episodes and was like, ah, damn it, you know, like, the power level, the recommended power level of the levels isn't connected to your actual level, it's connected to the item power. I was like, well, that kind of is like an item level system, which I really do not like, because that requires you to, like, rely on loot rather than your own strength. So, farming and grinding isn't really that rewarding, maybe? I don't know. And then I was like, ooh, what's this? This is cool, but it goes further. So how do I get up there? And then I saw that there are enemies up there as well. And I tried to roll up there, but it wouldn't let me. So I guess I was like, I guess I go inside then. And then we had some guys, and we had another redstone golem, and I think the TNT didn't got him, but I'm not sure. But then I saw the piggy over there. I was like, damn it, piggy! No, here was where I saw the piggy. But yeah, in this small confined place, fighting an iron golem, it's really stupid. But then I got the potion, and I think it didn't work. And then the lightning rod didn't hit the target as well. Then there were so many of the explodey parts that I couldn't get close to the iron golem. So I finished it up with a bow, and then I got a Feral Soul crossbow, which is legendary or unique, but it did like no damage. And I was like, huh? With your level? What the heck? But it did a crit a couple times, which does like way more damage. But to rely on crit chance on RNG to make the big damage is nah. No thanks. But I was confused what this enchantment or like what this specialty was about, so I tried it out. But yeah, low damage, and that was the crit. But the crit again is entirely RNG, which sucks. So yeah, I tried it out again, and it was like, nah, it doesn't really work the way I would like it to. So I'm gonna switch back. Because the other one does does damage in between the two damage sectors way more frequently. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna choose that one. But I did notice that the damage, like that the I would love to have the Claimer faster. Because it does attack so slow that you give the enemies a bit too much opportunity to attack you without the knockback. Like with the missing knockback. So I was like, I don't know. But I one-hitted that pig and I was pretty proud of that. He was going from all over the place. But with strength and the claymore, even 2 armored guys were not a problem. Taking care of a lot of small fry in there, because it was a bit like, I don't know, it felt way more complicated than it actually was at the time. But there were pianos, which was nice. Oh yeah, and here I decided to go for leeching, so I whoa, pumpkin. I salvaged the daggers and went for leeching level 2 there, and now I have like this uber sword, this claymore, and I freaking love it. The only thing that would make this claymore better would be if I had an extra enchantment with either sharpness or, well, no, not sharpness, but burning, like fire aspect. That would have made it perfect. And then I took care of a lot of small fry again. And I wasted my arrows for some reason. Like, till this moment I was like, why did I do that? I mean, for that guy, for like the enchanter I understand. I was like, huh. I forgot to enchant, to take the right one out. But I used the heavy crossbow. No, I didn't use the heavy crossbow. I used like the other crossbow because I could one-shot kill them, but it costed me less arrows, which is always really handy. So you should always like have a more ammo like a more ammo weapon that still can one-hit small fry like that. And then I looked at all the new armor I got, which wasn't really that nice. The enchantments do so much difference that it's really sometimes not sure if you should go for a way higher level armor or for the one with the better enchantments. Because sometimes the enchantments are way stronger than the basic stats of the higher armor. This room was like, ooh, this is a cool room. Like, I really like how this room was made up. And I kill a lot of small fries again. Ah, come on. Did I see it now? No, I saw it later, did I? Did I see it there? Yep, I did see it there. There is a secret hidden room there. And I had no idea how to get to it. Like, I spent, I don't know, ages trying to get into that room after I cleared the area. I was like trying everything I could think of. So if you have any idea how to get into this room, please write me a comment about it. Because I want to know. I want to know all the secrets and how to get them. Well, I would still like to be able to figure it out somehow on myself. Like, I tried it with TNT, it didn't work. So I was like, huh, yeah, how do I get there? How do I do that? But yeah, I would like to be able to figure it out myself, but if I can't, I'd like assistment until I can figure it out myself, or tips or whatever, so we'll see. And a lot more small fry to take care of, and I had the leeching, and I was happy. Like, because leeching is, gives you health back when you kill enemies. So, against small fry, who just give you like 1 health, it's not really that useful unless you have a lot of them and you can defeat them without taking any damage. Because, like, one of them hits you and it negates the healing of killing 10 of them. So, I'm not really sure about that. Because, like, was it 5% of 0.5? I think it was 5%. So then maybe it's a bit better, but a bit different. But it's still like a thing of, yeah. It gets really powerful though at the moment you defeat something like a redstone golem, because then you actually have like regain like with 1,000, like a redstone golem, like let's say a redstone golem has 1,000 health. Then with 5% you will regain 50 health, which is like what? Which is like, I don't know, a fifth of your health. But yeah, I still like tried to gather like all the resources I could find, and I tried like ages to find like a way into the secret room. But I couldn't find it, so we can skip this in this video, because I even wanted to skip it anyway in editing, so here we go. And then I decided to give up and went outside. And then I noticed, oh, there's like a big area I maybe could go to, so maybe we go back, but it's all blocked off, and there was no way around it. I was really confused why that was the case, because it really seemed like an area you could go to. But, oh well, let's pursue the Arch-Illager further. I thought to myself anyway. Then I saw this and was like, ah, is there another iron golem? Yeah, there is. Redstone golem. But he was so far away and walked through the water, which made him slower, so I was able to get a lot of hits in before he was even able to get to me. Which was really nice. Like, see, killing the redstone golem filled my health all the way back up until from the one hit of him, but still, it's oof. Like, for those enemies, leeching is really good. But with these, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, then we had like these things again, and again, someone comes, he lands, and I instantly shoot him when he lands. He didn't even have a chance. Like, he had more chance waiting over at that side. This guy just was confused, like, how did I get over here? I thought that was normal floor. Oh well. I decided to go the other way though, because that was the way I needed to go, and I wanted to see what the other place had to offer, because maybe there's a way back around to the place I couldn't go to before. But nope, it's just more redstone golems. But I got him, even though he wasn't on screen. Which was nice. And then I was like, huh, he takes a while. And then I saw, oh, he's stuck. Heh heh. Ow. And then I ran like right into one. Healed myself, killed him, and got healed by the kill. Damn. Like, redstone golems are so interesting, but they, like, no matter how often you encounter them, they're still intimidating. At least in my opinion. Like, I would be interested how an entirely melee build, like an entire melee build would face him. I don't think that's possible, but yeah. He punched me right into one of his, like, traps, and I was really salty about that. Because I was like, oh, come on. Was I able to defeat him yet? No. But when I defeated him, I got a level up. So the leeching had no effect because I got a level up. And that healed me. Oh well. And there's another redstone golem. So we could play this game all over again with a bunch of redstone golems. But I have strength. And it made me immortal. Not really, but it really helped anyway. I was confused because I haven't seen the potion landing. I guess that happens. But we got a chest out of it. Not the other area, but a chest. With a new evocation robe, which was apparently better than what I have now. But I didn't believe it. From the enchantments, it was tanky-ish. But it was a caster robe, so I was like, I'm not really sure on that. And there was like, oh, you jumped over, and I kind of wasted the potion now. Oh, bother. And this was an entire maze of the jumpy places. Of the, like, the jumpy platforms. Which I was like, are you serious? And I went for the Eternal Knife to collect more souls again. I was thinking about maybe using an enchantment, but in the end I decided against it. Yeah, I went with my whole soul collector armor back in. I don't know, like, I wasn't entirely sure, but I was like, yeah, I want to collect souls because it feels like the end boss is coming soon-ish. So I don't want to be full on souls before I face him. So let me just collect all the souls. And at first I thought I gained like way too little souls. But that was most likely because I read the number wrong. Because it was so small on my screen. Like I thought I only gathered 6, which would be way less than I would have gathered. So I decided to like swap something out for another weapon again, like for something not soul gathering. Oh, and I decided to get something that gathers more souls. So I went over there, tested it out again. I waited a bit, and I got 18 souls. I got a lot of souls. Like, no, even 21. I can see the number again. So I'm gonna enhance in editing and show you guys. But I got a lot of souls per hit, per kill, which was amazing. And then I tried to sneak up on the next best enemy that could be harmful to me, but the next best enemy was a while away. And it stopped. And then there was a bunch of lads. And I wasted the TNT by yeeting it into the abyss. I was like, okay, this is bad, but I decided to go for it anyway, which was it didn't help my survivability at all. It really was a bad idea. I should have cut my losses and went back over to like jump back over. I was full on it anyway. I was like, maybe I can get past him and change it, but nope. I wasted a life because I made one stupid decision, and I couldn't even get out of the situation that well. Because it spawned me back there. But in that moment, I didn't even think about jumping back the platform and like giving myself some time to choose back. But I was so salty that this stupid decision cost me a life, which I definitely needed in the end boss fight. I needed it so desperately. Like, I thought anyway, I was like, oh, this level is hard. I will so desperately need that level, that wasted life. I will most likely die and have to redo this entire level again. Ugh. And look how much better my survivability is with the armor. Like with my equipment. Oh, that's so good. Like, even though on paper, the Grim armor was better, this is much cooler. This is much better. And I would have gathered all the souls I needed anyway, without having to die. I was so mad with myself and my decision. Oh, we got a chest, but... Then the sword yeeted itself off the edge and was like, really? Oh, good, it spawned back. I was so mad. I was ready to just... I was ready to, like, get to the boss and die and then play it all over again. At this point, it was like, yeah, I did, like, a stupid thing and I kind of deserved it. Because it wasted an entire life of mine. I wish there would be a system where you could, like, regain a life. Like, at least one life in a level. Even if it's, like, really, really difficult or complicated or whatever. Like, an item, like, maybe an artifact where you, I don't know, sacrifice, like you sacrifice a heal, half of your life points, or like half of your life points left, and all the souls, like you need an entire full soul bar, and then you like regain a life. You can't get more than 3 still, but you can regain the life. Maybe, I don't know, like, maybe it's still a bit overpowered, but I don't know. Yeah, I was very confused of which way I needed to go because I didn't walk those few steps further, and it looked all like one big path, which I don't know which one was like. Okay, is it all the same? Is it not? Does it matter? Does it? I don't know. I don't know. But I decided to parkour. Across that for now because like this was so janky. Like, no, it wasn't janky. It was very dangerous, and I was like, oh god, parkour in Minecraft dungeons, bad. Like, look at this. It just looks like an insta kill. But luckily, you don't lose an actual life when you fall down. You just lose health until you use a life. So you can always like re-heal and try it again. And then I noticed, oh, it's all like the same. Anyway, like it's not the same, but these are dead ends. Like this is a dead end. I just had to go like 3 steps further to figure that out. So yeah, it was just like stairs and dead end in the other way. But I didn't bother looking what the dead ends did, because they seemed for just like a place where you could locate some stuff. But then I was like, oh, this looks like I'm in front of the boss fight. There's no enemies around. There's a big jumpy-doo where you have to jump over to get somewhere, and it looked big on the other end. So I was like, yeah, that looks like a boss fight arena style. So I decided to get my, I was thinking, how would the Arch-Illager fight? Until now, he's always summoned an army and then pursued me with the army instead of fighting himself. So I thought, I probably have to deal with a huge load of small fry before, like, even be able to damage him. So I equipped myself for small fry. I got my claymore, I got my tanky armor, and the spready harp crossbow, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is definitely boss fight. This is so definitely boss fight. I was still like thinking about maybe something else, but the like every 3rd hit gets negated from the other armor. I was like, yeah, I really need that. I really do. I was thinking about, okay, which should I pick? Which should I do? Which should I make? Which should I take? A lot, because like all of them are kind of good, but I don't know exactly about like usefulness against specific bosses. Because this is the first time. I was thinking about using the beacon, but I decided against it. Because the beacon, if you use it, all your souls are gone. You made a ton of damage, but if you compare the damage to soul use ratio, the rod was better. So I jumped over, went a few steps, and was like, nothing? Nope, there he is. I was so intimidated by this sound. I was like, defeat the Arch-Illager. Okay. Okay, he does spawn a bunch of dudes. That's no good. Not for me, anyway. Luckily, he, yeah. And it took a while until it took a little bit until I figured out, like, that I had to dodge those things. And I took all of the Illager archers out, and then I was like, okay, now I have to fight him. And here, I was like, okay, maybe the other bow would have been better. Because these guys spawned in a line, and I got so much damage because all of the small fry hit me at once. And I took care of those with my sword anyway, and then I noticed, oh, they are enchanted by the Arch-Illager. That sucks. The other bow would have been way more practical in this scenario. But yeah, and like, because of like the amount they like his projectiles come, it's really difficult. But also, he eats a lot of damage from my thing, but in this phase, from my lightning strike. But in this phase, he teleports all over the place. He attacks, teleports, attacks, teleports, attacks, teleports. And then he didn't teleport for a reason I didn't understand. So I was like, okay, I'm just going in. And then he did that, and I was like, okay, shit. Use the lightning strike, and then this happened. I was like, oh, what's happening? Whoa, what is that? Heart of Ender? Oh no! Oh no! Like, I'm almost like reacting the same way I did when I was actually playing, because it's still like, what? Out of nowhere. Like, the fight went from 10 to 100 immediately. I was like, okay, this is bad. This is really bad. He does so much damage. And I was like, okay, how do I fight him? He teleports. He, like, does a ton of damage. Like, look at that. He, like, one of those beams, like, decreased my health to almost 0 immediately. And I was like, okay, oh, I'm dead now. I was like, nope, I can't do this. I armored up with the artifact, which was, like, ooh, very close. And I was out of souls as well. So I was like, okay, this is the end. This is, I won't survive another touch of the beam. And I didn't. This was my last chance. And I was scared. I was like, okay, at least I have a short moment of respite to choose different artifacts. All the soul ones did not work anymore because I didn't have any souls, so I replaced... basically replaced all of my soul stuff with not soul stuff. Because the llama is pretty helpful in a boss fight. Let's be fair. And then I summoned him and I was like, okay, llama, help me. And I saw the beam and I was like, oh no. The llama was disintegrated immediately. I was like, okay, this is bad. I got the healing thing up because I wasn't sure about if I needed it or not. Oh, I think I even got it up accidentally or something. And I was really pissed about it being accidental. Because it didn't help a lot. And then, ooh, this is really difficult, especially if he has other AoEs. Like the cross AoE with the fire. No. That's really bad. And then I was like, okay, this is really tricky. Llama, and llama died again. But, yeah, then I summoned this and was like, okay, this is bad. This is in the way, and he's so random and unpredictable as well. Oh no, I want to get to the Healy part, and I want to get around his, like, the ground area. But then I was like, oh, I can't heal myself. And I healed myself in time, got strength, got my bow. Bam! And I was like, oh my god, what is happening? Wait, what did happen? He exploded. I was like... It took me a while to comprehend that with just a panic shot, it wasn't even meant. I got the arrows and my head was like, arrow, shoot! And I just shot randomly. I didn't even charge the shot, I just shot randomly. That could have been the end. But that single shot got the last thing and I was like, yo, god, yes. And you can see how happy I was. I was like, oh yes, this is so amazing. Luckily I gathered all the items I wanted to get before the big explosion. And then I was like, oh, there's a trail. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, that doesn't look good at all. It's all like all indie and stuff. And then I saw him like that and he's like, what's going on? What are you up to? I don't even know what I said exactly, but I was like, oh god, what is this? Is there another phase? And he's like, fighting with a staff? And I was like, is there anything else to do? Nope. Okay then. Activate? Okay. Did I die? And it was like, no!
The Arch-Illager, the enemy of the villagers, was defeated. Great heroes saved the day and vanquished evil.
I go, like, this is like the Minecraft wholesomeness that I was kind of missing in this game so far.
Thanks to you, all was well. Until it wasn't.
I was like, I literally said like, wait, what? Is this the introduction to the jungle place? Turns out it was. And I was like, oh, what happened there? Because I was back at the beginning again. Damn. Like, the orb reformed. But did it reform into like a bigger bad? Did it got collected by a bigger bad? What happened? Like, the orb reformed, but what was that about? What did it mean? What does that mean? And then I think I talked about, like, the arrow thing. That, like, seriously, just like, I ran to the strength potion, grabbed the strength potion because I wanted to go melee, grabbed the arrows, and just randomly shot into the direction out of, like, finger reflexes. And I was like, what? And that was like, yeah, I was reading the stats again. You can see them on here. Nothing really too interesting. Unless that I died 3 times and I did a ton of damage and... yeah. Then, okay, what do I got? What's the final thing I got? Another lightning rod. Which is just kind of barely better than mine, I guess. And I unlocked difficulty adventure. Which is more difficult. And it's basically all over again. But with new gear. So, that's a plus. Probably I can get like the wolf and the iron golem there. And then I checked out my loot. And, ooh, the lightning rod is pretty much better. Especially, like, the lightning rod is especially good against mobs with a lot of health. Yeah, then I had my loot box again, my loot boxes again. And now I got a level 31 soul healer. Now that I defeated the end boss, and I was like, really? And then I looked at the map and was like, oh, this is so cool. I defeated it. And now, next time we will go into the jungle. we'll rumble in the jungle next time. At least, like, if I do the videos, like, I will definitely play the DLCs on video, I guess. But maybe even with a friend. Maybe we'll rumble in the jungle with a friendo. And then I looked, I was like, oh, everything's more powerful. Why is everything more powerful? And then I noticed, oh, because the difficulty got enhanced. Like, all of it got more powerful. Like, even the weakest level was beyond mine. Oof. Yeah, it was an adventure, so I put it back on default for now. Because it was like, okay, you know what? I won't go on the next difficulty level just yet. Maybe later, but not now. But I think Minecraft Dungeons is the first game that I enjoyed so much, where we'll actually, when I'm through it all, I will actually replay it on harder difficulties, just to like keep the grind going, keep the thing going, because I never did that with any other game, where I like did a new game plus with a new difficulty mode or something. I never did that because the games usually didn't. Like, I got what I wanted out of the game, and I was happy about, like, achieving the end. I didn't want to go through all of that again. Like, some of the things I was, like, really, ugh. But Minecraft Dungeons, for some reason, is different. I've played, like, my favorite dungeon crawler of all time, Champions of Norath, or Champions of Return to Arms. It wasn't as good, but Champions of Norath, for example, even there I wouldn't do that. But here, I was like, yeah, hit me up. But I still have stuff left to do. The jungle, entangled in vines. We have tracked the orb into the jungle. That is like a sense where, like, huh? We? Who are we? Like, is the narrator person actually a character in the game? But originally, that was where I wanted to end the episode. But I discovered this. I was like, wait, what? I can go into a new area here in the starting area? Ooh, what's this? Secrets. I didn't say anything because I was like, huh? And then I found this. I was like, oh, this is where the emerald chest was. Okay. What is else here? And then I was like, these sounds. Hold on a second. Is that an ender portal? Nether portal? I'm sorry. It is. And I was like, oh my god. What? We'll go into that's like a hint that we will go into the nether at some point. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Or nether, yeah, as I should say. I was like, debating if I should like start discovering it new for the video, because I wasn't sure about it because I didn't do any commentary, but I was like, okay. Do you hear the sounds? The nether portal sounds? They are enhanced nether portal sounds. Damn. That was just like a moment where I was like, oh, this sounds a lot like, ooh, this sounds a lot like, oh, at some point there will be a nether update. Like, the story isn't over. The Arch-Illager was just an arc of a bigger story. And it was like, oh, here's a new path. There's some more. What's over here? Oh, we are on the other side of the drawbridge, and I can let down the drawbridge. Ooh, but what is this? Travel? I was so like, is this a new level? What is this? It's some kind of big church or temple, like, yeah, it is like very church-ish. And I looked at the portraits on the walls, and they look like they could be like the cast, like the developers, but some of the pictures are, well, let's just say not very realistic depictions of actual humans. Like, there's a skull up there in that corner. And I was like, what does this mean? What is this? And there's someone with green hair, which reminded me of Markiplier. And then there's this weird face with the big eyes and the vampire. I was like, okay, what does this mean? I don't think these are the developers. Maybe they're profile pictures they wanted to be depicted as. And then there's the Minecraft dirt grass block over there. Then there's like one with a weird cat lady with a very, very fancy surrounding. and a doggo. And you could interact with the doggo as it seemed because it was shiny. It was like I was like, what is with the fancy? Why is this person the only fancy picture? Crazy cat person with a, like, because there's a cat in the picture and they look very crazy in the picture. And then I went into here and was like, ooh, what's this? Place runes? I still have no idea what this is, and if any one of you knows, tell me. And then what's that all about? What is that all about? Look at my face like. And that's a different one. With specific sounds. And I'm like, what does it mean? Like, there's a couple of different pictures. They all have their own sound cue. And I figured out a bit later that when you activate a certain picture, I don't know where I figured it out. Yeah, when you activate a certain picture, a certain rune here gets activated. Gets placed. Like when I click it like that, that gets activated. Whenever I click this one, this rune gets activated. But whenever I have like a specific picture, a different rune gets activated. And I was like, what does it mean? What does it do? How do I solve this? I looked around if there were any more secrets, but there weren't. At least none that I could find. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my personal reaction / review to my last Let's Play of the main story of the Arch-Illager arc of Minecraft Dungeons. Again, I will definitely play the DLC content on a later point, but I'm very bummed that I lost the audio files of my voice recordings from this. I hope that it doesn't happen again. I don't want to jinx it. But yeah, I just really, really enjoyed this game, and it's one of the very few games where I'm actually eager to replay them, especially with friends. Even though it's based on story and everything. So maybe I won't do episodes, but this is like the first game where it was like, okay, I play through the entire story, but I will definitely replay it a lot again in my off time. And that's like the first, one of the few games I can say that about for myself. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the original Minecraft Dungeons base game content. I will definitely play the jungle and the ice DLC and maybe even the other DLCs that come along the line, but we'll see about that. Either way, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then please leave a like. Write down in the comments if you know how to unlock any of the secrets. And I hope that you consider subscribing if you like my content, because then you can see more of my content and there will be definitely cooler stuff in the future, especially in the close future, because I have worked on something very special. It's an episodic thing, so it won't be over after just one video. And it will come out soon. I don't know if it will be the next video or the video after the next video, because I don't know when this video will come out, because I still have to edit it like twice. So we'll see. Either way, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then do all of that good stuff I said before. And I sincerely love all of you guys. And we'll see each other in the next video and stream. Cheerio!